welcome. This is the 94th annual Alton Halloween Parade, and it's here on Z1570 once again this year. Mark Ellerbrock here alongside is Mike Montgomery.
Yes.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. We are here at our vantage point once again at the Alton Township Supervisor's Office. Don Huber, we thank his office again for all their help. Stacy and everyone else here, they're all very involved in helping to coordinate this event along with the Easton Improvement Association. And we're happy to bring this broadcast to you live as it happens. And as it happens right now, Mike, we
got a nice street out there.
We have a beautiful street live here overlooking Broadway. The parade is making its way this way, and as always, usually gets down here a little bit after 8 o'clock, sometimes 8:15 or so, but it should be here soon.
And here we are. The applause you hear is for the VFW Color Guard.
VFW Post 1308 from right here in Alton. I see our friend Harry Courtcamp out there.
Yeah, I know Harry's a member of the unit. Your eyes are better than mine.
He, I believe, is carrying the POW flag there in the middle.
Yep. And this is the Marine Corps marching group.
Right. Both groups, I know, certainly the Marines, helping with the Avenue of Flags.
Yes.
But lots of folks have helped Virginia Seacrest with that activity.
And they'll be up again next month, November 11th, of course.
That's right. Veterans Day not far away. Now the groups make a pause here at the Albee Street intersection briefly, waiting, I'm sure, for others to catch up down there behind.
Almost as good as the kettle corn vendor. We have a guy pushing a cart in front of him with I guess several dozen glow sticks all activated.
I would say so.
Shimmering lights. Ooh, look at the pretty lights.
Very nice.
And here comes the carriage with the parade marshal, Dick Goodwin. Three good-sized draft horses hauling, what would you say, a trolley-like vehicle on wheels.
That's right. And brought some of his closest friends and family, we're sure.
Well, it's about 20 or so.
I think so.
Yeah.
From a carriage from Classic Carriages. So hi to Dick and all his family and friends who are in for the ride tonight. Nice honor for him.
Here's the mayor. What? No, come on. The mayor.
Mayor Tom Hakes? No, he's in the front seat. That's probably
okay. Yes, you're right.
Family member with the Halloween mask
And somebody in the back seat has a mask and a bloody machete. And here's Anna's Brave in a nice little convertible. Look how long that hair is.
Enjoy it while you got it.
Anna's red hair is well over her shoulders. And that's all gone in, about 10 days or so, I think.
Alton Fire Department ladder truck right behind them. And they're out, waving to the kids.
But I don't see. They're not throwing candy? No.
Yeah. Maybe they're out.
This is toward the end, you're right.
Well,
I would be worried about pacing myself if I were there throwing candy. I didn't, a bunch of us got together and gave Dick Goodwin candy to pitch because he has this group of 64, Alton High 64 graduates. And so we all got together for lunch at Prince Valley's 2 weeks ago, and people were asked just to bring a bag of candy. I didn't see Dick tossing anymore. Well, the parade is what, 4/5 over at this point?
Yeah, probably so.
Just about, yeah.
It usually lasts an hour, maybe just an hour, 10, 15 minutes, depending on the any delays in there.
But they've been coming down Broadway for a while. Who knows?
Next section will be junior youth after our radio car passes, and it will be led by state-recognized, the Alton High Marching 100.
Do you know, count them as they go by. They have more than 100.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to count all of them.
Oh, you can do it.
All right.
You can do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. See, I've already lost count because of this light and the darkness.
Every year we compete, we're just at street light height.
That's right.
It gives you a great vantage point unless you're staring into a street light.
Flag bearers at the beginning. We'll try to give you a taste of their sound here in just a second as they begin to pass by, and they get a nice hand. We caught them at a football game a few weeks ago, Mike, and it had been a while since I've seen them perform at a football game, and just sounded great there at Public School Stadium. Lots of practice, and they take it very, very seriously what they do. And
they've got an awful lot of hard work. And we're about to hear some music.
Matt Banks, their director, they're tailing the group. Full uniforms tonight. No need for overcoats or raincoats. They are doing well. And again, congratulations to the Marching 100. And here's their new
$30,000 truck.
Wow. Look at that. And this will be able to transport them. All their equipment goes into the back of this truck. No more multiple trailers. And they don't have to carry anything on the bus anymore, too, so that makes a big difference.
That's great. How's your Latin?
How's my Latin?
There it is. Non tam peres quam superiores.
And that is?
I was asking you how your Latin was. Come on, you went to Marquette. Weren't you an altar boy?
I didn't take Latin, I took Spanish.
Weren't you an altar boy?
No, we were post-Latin.
Really?
Vern Van Hoy.
Oh, sometimes I forget how old I am. here's the Air Force ROTC.
That truck, by the way, donated by Vern Van Hoy and Tom Long.
Yes.
Make sure we mention that.
Yes.
And they just a wonderful gift to the community. Alton High's Air Force ROTC trailing the trailer.
And here's somebody on a Segway.
That looks like a.
No, you're right. No,
what is that?
It's a tricycle that he's standing on. And the handlebars come up to his waist there. How interesting.
Huh. The Alton High marching Redbirds.
How many mascots does Alton High have?
Wow. I thought they only had one. Now
I would think so. There are five big birds down there.
5 birds. What do you know? I had no idea. So now they can be at more places than one. I
understand there are multiple Fredbirds too.
Now look at the back of the truck here. Wait a second. It's a whole nest.
That's more than we can count.
Alton High, the cheer leaders.
Pickup truck towing an oversized nest. Almost looks like an overdone John boat. And it's just packed with people in red bird costumes.
Across the way, there's the real Redbird mascot. The bright red there, Mike. That's the
big
real
costume,
Redbird.
the furry costume. And the cheerleaders are still giving out candy, so they at least rationed theirs as they came down Broadway.
Alton High's homecoming and prom court passing by here as well. As the Alton High contingent continues to pass, we'll be getting up to some scout troops here in just a moment.
And we just had a Volkswagen taking the Queen and her King by Volkswagen convertible. Now we have about a 66 Mustang convertible.
Very nice. See, I think maybe one year, like the King, he should dress up like the Burger King. Just
good idea.
Just to mess with everybody. Now we're getting to some scout troops that'll be coming by. This says Girl Scout Troop, Mike, and we'll look for a number there along the side.
We can make up a number. But let's see, is that an owl? Is that an owl up there? It's a large SUV pulling a pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
And there's a scarecrow, and I think that's a witch raising her hands there. Lots of nice decorated pumpkins.
And they're moving along at a nice little clip here. They're trying to catch up.
Ooh, here comes Alton's Haunted Forest.
Alton Cub Scout Pack 3004 from the Salvation Army.
Nice.
3004 and 3072 combined. And those boys are on the float, but from the Salvation Army. So good job. That's a great float.
Lots of reeds and ghosty spider webs, all sorts of things. Here comes somebody who brought their own music. The Adventure Guides.
The Adventure Guides.
Mark, you have children. What do the Adventure Guides do?
It's a similar group. I know there's some people we recognize on there. It's a group of Moms and dads. I think dads and daughters quite a bit. Maybe some moms out there as well.
Look like mostly girls on the trailer there, which is populated by skeletons as well as the little girls.
So they're riding in the back of that boat as well.
Troops have really gone to some decorating work here.
Oh, check this out here.
It's a race car. 100 years of Scouts.
Cub Scout Pack 16 is here. And they've created a race car, I guess, huh?
Yeah, a race car with checkered flags for bunting. Pretty cool. And there's a costume creature behind them, but I'm not exactly sure what she's in. Are those bunny ears in there? I think they might be bunny ears.
Could be.
I don't think she's a Playboy bunny, though.
No. Checkered flags over there. The Cub Scout flags behind them as they are making their way through. Again, broadcasting live from the Alton Halloween Parade here on Z1570. Mark Ellebrock and Mike Montgomery. Glad that you're listening in today, and you might be watching as well at RiverBender.com/live, as this is live on the internet around the world.
I thought you were going to refer to me as Marshall Mike.
Mike.
I'm in my cowboy outfit
I'm sorry.
tonight.
I'll try to remember that.
Got my badge, got my handcuffs.
Well, you're set for the night.
I'll have to tell you, brother.
Cub Scout Pack 3035 is on our sheet. I don't see a sign, so we'll assume that that's correct.
They look like Cub Scouts. Oh, and they have a coffin on a trailer, and there are flashing green lights inside the coffin, illuminating a skeleton.
They've got some ghosts following them as well.
Creepy. Oh, the Grim Reaper, too. A young man with a scythe down there.
And this is a Girl Scout Troop 71. They have, what is that? I think that's a pirate ship, Mike.
It is.
There's you see a crow's nest. And
where's the treasure?
The girls are tossing some candy. They've got hats.
Where's the cookie treasure? I see. Maybe they're tossing cookies.
I hope they don't do that.
I hope not. No. Not moving that fast. Here's just a gaggle of pirates.
Cub Scout Pack
Mario.
73, I think. And they're walking. They're all
and all dolled up in different costumes. Another Grim Reaper with wings, the Angel of Death. I suspect that's a mad scientist in the long white coat and the bushy hair.
See, that's another homemade one you could do, or just get a wig. And I mean, that's not a lot. Paint your face, be like a mad scientist. You could do that.
Yeah, I could go for that.
Now we've got a Jeep, and that Jeep is pulling.
What do you think that
Jeep's car?
It's Cub Scout Pack 73.
Here's the rest of 73, maybe. Those Cub Scouts are on top. One little young man,
I guess. It's another race car.
Dad's carrying him. But those boys are packed there.
Yeah, they are.
With a Jeep pulling the car.
Can't go wrong with a Jeep.
You can. That almost kind of looks like your Jeep.
Yeah,
in a way.
It's yellow and it has no top, no doors. I'm just seeing how long I can go before I have to put the thing back together.
I had shorts on for most of today. It was nice. And we got a radio car here as we have just a quick break. Still in the junior youth division, senior youth on the way. Still family and neighbors, clubs, organizations, commercial groups. And they'll be moving our way too. We've got a few more, at least one more scout troop coming up.
The radio cars are all members of the Lewis and Clark Radio Club, and every year they turn out lots and lots of volunteers, I think more than 40, who just keep the parade moving, make sure there are no problems of any sort, and constant communication. They're set up well before the parade gets underway, and they're in each section. Sometimes, depending on the size of the section, a couple to each section.
That was a Webelos Pack 3000 making their way down, and they have look like a kind of a cemetery look to their float that time.
And they got a whole bunch of Webelos just packed in that trailer behind that big SUV.
They did.
Well, you know what they say about Webelos?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Webelos wobble, but they don't fall down.
Ah, got it.
Sorry.
I got it. I had Webelos, or Weevils. Now we've got some soccer.
Alton United
players.
Soccer team. Lots and lots of people on that flatbed there.
More glow stick vendors. Soccer
You
team.
can certainly see them come.
can't miss them. More of the soccer troop here.
Awful lot of them. How about that?
A couple different teams.
The Jersey County Sweethearts should be next. Well, I see people sitting, young women sitting in the back.
And they have sashes and crowns on, so the Jersey County Sweethearts. And behind them, the sounds of the Delta Regiment Band we'll listen to.
That's a privately sponsored group that a fellow who has military experience decided he wanted to put together, solicits donations, and helps out a lot of kids with the Delta Regiment.
AMT Guard following them, and Teen Summit.
Well, AMT Guard is the Society for Creative Anachronisms? They're in peasant garb and wielding wood swords. Look a little medieval. Bowers Towing, glad to see those folks here.
Definitely. Of course, our condolences to their family with the much too early passing of business owner Todd Bowers. But they do a lot of good work in the community, give back quite a bit, and I'm sure that mission will continue. And my goodness, they have the biggest
that's
truck.
Got a horn to match, too, doesn't it? Yeah. The first Bowers truck was a flatbed tower, and this is the one that is used for a really heavy duty.
Yeah, if you see if there's an overturned tractor trailer somewhere, this is the one they call.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Runs two sets of dualies in the back, and there's an additional set of wheels under the mid-carriage for when they really have to hunker down to move something. It should be another radio car, courtesy of Lewis and Clark Ham Radio Club. Yeah. All right, so now we've had the junior youth, we have the senior youth. Where's the cutoff? Do you know, Mark?
Age-wise?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe those in middle school. Once you get to 6th grade,
yeah, maybe
senior.
Because this says Alton High.
This is the middle school.
There's the middle school band.
Here they come, the middle school marching band from Alton Middle School.
Bigger than ever. No uniforms for them, although everybody seems to have a white top and dark slacks. Sound good.
Working their way up to becoming a full-fledged Marching 100 member, the Boys and Girls Club of Alton. There's Al Womack there near the front walking, and some group members, and their brightly decorated van with pictures of kids on the side. You can't miss that van around town.
No.
The Alton High dance team.
Why aren't they dancing?
Well, they're sort of,
they're
kind of.
Jumping up and down doesn't count as dancing. Houses just want to have fun. Ghouls just want to have fun. I couldn't see the G. The banner's too long. They bent it.
I thought they misspelled house. Wait a second. Ghouls. That makes more sense.
Okay,
that makes sense.
That explains the big circles around the eyes and all of that. Yeah. I got it.
Now that was good. They make sense now.
Yeah.
We were confused.
As opposed to when we're not on the air.
Right.
Yeah.
Could you get one more person on that float there?
Not even a very, very small one.
The Alton Middle School cheer group. Lots of costumes there. A couple of cows. There's a sheep. There's a couple of kids just in their pajamas.
That's what it looked like.
That's my costume. I'm in my pajamas. Yeah. And just a general folk from the middle school bird pulling a trailer.
Oh, Thriller, yeah.
First time we've heard that this year, at least in the parade.
Well, the parade.
Yeah, well. And there's another how many Redbird costumes do we have in this town?
Wow. that makes about 27, not that I'm counting.
Well, that one has an orange vest on, so that's a good idea. Very safety first.
Yes, as opposed to be 7 foot and all covered in red feathers. Yeah. This looks like the ambulance from hell.
Possibly.
I think it might be an ambulance, maybe not.
I have Boy Scout Troop 3. It could be.
Okay. Anyway, it looks like an old Jeep that was made. Never mind. The John Ford Highlanders, always popular. Guys in skirts. But Mark, don't go down there and tell them that this year again.
I will not.
No, you remember what happened last year? They chased you for a block.
Got a bagpipe up the head. Tossed it at me. We caught him in a break. Well, but they are good enough to play in this parade and also the Memorial Day parade as well. So it's always a treat to have them in town.
Costumed marchers, that's what this says.
East Alton Skate Academy. I think that's what that was our sign there. And they are making their way here, and it looks like it's a haunted house. Really an interesting cutout. They've got the moon on top, a big oversized full moon, and purple and orange lights in the back of the trailer. And I think that sounds like Miley Cyrus playing in the background.
That's why the young girls were posing like that. Yes. Somebody on the other side of the street was taking their picture. They were all just striking a pose. That's what they're doing now as they pass. And they still have candy to give away, too.
Ghouls on Ice. Their sign on the side. And they are tossing lots of candy.
And they're having a good time, that's for sure.
Alton area Habitat for Humanity is right behind them.
And their float is a house, naturally enough.
Very nice.
Decorated with pumpkins, pumpkin lanterns on the door, on the stoop. In fact, it's a playhouse, and you can win it in a raffle. 6 tickets will cost you just $25. 1 ticket for $5. And you have to email vharris@lc.edu. That's vharris, Harris, @lc.edu. No charge for that. Is this an impromptu band?
Well, might this be the Orchard Farm Band, Mike?
You know, they could be high schoolers. And,
I believe so. Now, we were told they were switching places with another band, but they might be right here. We'll pretend that that's who that is.
And you've just heard the drums of the Orchard High School Marching Band. Here come Antique Vehicles, yay, led by about a 65 or 66 Mustang. Now, personally, I don't consider that an antique.
Why?
I remember when they came out.
Oh, well. I'll say it's an antique. And it looks like Big Bird's in that car.
A small version of Big Bird.
A small bird.
Yeah.
Small Big Bird. Now, there's a giant spider on this Corvette here. Look at that.
Yes, which is like a 79 or an 80. I guess you consider that an antique as well?
Not an 80. No,
okay,
that was when I was around.
Oh, so. Okay. See how these things go, don't you?
I see how that goes. It's like classic rock from the 90s. Like, wait a second.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Here comes somebody's own Herbie the Love Bug with a 53 on.
Cool.
That's
I like that.
Good look. That's a good-looking Volkswagen, isn't it?
And somebody from the top of Herbie's throwing out some candy. And we've got some ROTC members and the Alton High Alton Police four-wheeler going the opposite direction. So hope they don't have to walk back to the start.
There's about 52 Plymouth. They're tossing out candy still. And here comes somebody with a pickup truck and a big, I do mean big, inflatable skull in the back.
One of the radio cars, and that's a nice decor because they are leading Mr. Bud Schultz and the You Can't Be Experienced Jazz Band.
And they're playing away. We'll let you listen for a bit here. Get a nice hand from the crowd. Very strange man following the group. He's in his bibs. He's on a bicycle, which he can't control too well. Part of the reason is he has a full-face mask on that makes him look a bit like Porky the Pig without the nose.
Now, here are these the Alton Undead Friends?
Yes, indeed.
They are following there.
The Alton Undead Friends, local bunch of crazy young people who like to support the arts. They're all two of them are twirling batons.
Whoa!
Oh, here we go. And now they've got, those were just the leaders. Here we are. The dead get deader.
Nice.
Fog machine on the trailer being pulled by red pickup truck. We seem to have a fire eater on the back of that on the back of that truck.
They're scaring the kids along the side of the trail with their
I'm telling you, this is some of the
antics.
Spookier costumes we've seen too. Really, some nice makeup. Is that our stilt walker? Is he part of this?
Well, this must be a different stilt walker because that is
yeah.
a costume. Maybe someone to inherit the stilt walking. And one trailing behind, screaming at the crowd.
Oh, and there's somebody walking with a huge mannequin on his shoulders, or her shoulders, and oversized hands from The Nightmare Before Christmas, the Tim Burton classic. Here's a Kinder Towing with a skeleton crew, if you'll pardon the expression.
Nice.
And the Monster House they're towing with, I guess those are owl eyes peering from inside.
Could be. Look like, is that a nose or is that the middle of the windowsill? You don't know.
Very good.
Now next
is a bodacious display of orange and purple lights, a few green thrown in there. I think it's supposed to be Cinderella's carriage made from a pumpkin. And the white horses, although in this case purple, were mice. They've also got their music with them too.
This rivals, what you might see at an amusement park for their light parade.
Oh yeah,
it's really very, very well done. Horses connected to the truck pulling the trailer. And I think this is the Witches, Family and Friends, perhaps?
I think you're right.
Putting on the Ritz.
Oh, yeah. There's a dozen people inside the pumpkin carriage, and they're all in costume, all sorts of costumes, most of them of the chic kind of variety, ghostly apparitions. There's a bunch of pirates and one heck of a big boat.
This listed as the Wunderlich family. Always go all out and have for a number of years.
And they've still got booty to toss.
Look at that.
Arg.
Multiple levels on this pirate ship. Lots of...
towed by a big truck. Oh, there's somebody who's walking the plank off the back. Nice.
Very creative. I like that.
18 or more people in that ship.
Following the Wunderlich family, we believe it could be the Springman family. We'll see if the sign identifies them on the back.
It just says ABCD, and they got AT. I can't read that. That looks like a mishmash of letters, a mishmash.
They're still tossing candy, so that's always good to see.
Yeah, good for them. We'll call that the Springman family.
That's right.
And then by process of elimination, as we gaze down our front sheet here, this has to be the Davis family.
Couple more radio cars asking, scooting some of the kids back. Everybody gets excited early on and get out there and get that candy.
I was going to say, especially when they've got that candy coming at them. They got a little music going too.
And they've got a lot of folks trailing behind them.
Wow.
A great job there.
Sort of Jackson music.
Yeah. ABC with the Jackson 5.
Oh, that's why the ABCs were on the trailer side. Okay. You don't have to hit me with a big stick.
Go to college for nothing there, Mike. I tried to figure that out. Piasa Martial Arts, as we're skipping around here a little bit. I hear a band coming, and we assume that's going to be Southwestern. They're next on our list, but this is Piasa Martial Arts.
Somehow, though, you don't look too black belt when you're wearing an orange safety vest over your workout suit.
What test you have to pass to get the orange vest?
You have to know which way the traffic goes.
I guess so.
Okay. And here's more of the martial arts students, though, in a trailer behind a truck with flashing yellow lights. I want to see him do some karate moves.
You catch the banner in this band, Mike? Silver lettering on a red background. It was very hard to see.
Yeah.
Oh, well, by the
How
colors.
about Southwestern High?
I would say by the colors, this is East Alton Wood River.
Oh.
The maroon and gold. Yeah, this is East Alton Wood River's band.
Well, they're not supposed to be there.
They mixed. They always throw these curveballs at us to see if we're paying attention. That's all right.
Well, and bless their hearts, their cheerleaders are still bopping along, shaking those pom-poms and carrying on.
Well, I'm assuming that they were probably in the Wood River Parade earlier today.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe they just put them earlier in our parade. So
one of the groups you've talked about before.
They could.
And here we are, Toys for Tots, the Marine Corps Toys for Tots program that's been around for years. One of the most recognizable Christmas charity programs going. Well, I see the tots, but where are the toys?
Well, that's what we have to do.
I see.
We have to fill the bins.
I see. It's decorated. They have a trailer decorated with a Christmas tree, and several people sitting there amongst. I guess those are presents. Those
they're supposed to be presents.
Yeah,
sure,
wrapped up.
Sure.
Yeah.
American Legion, Post 126, and the Lewis and Clark Veterans Club making their way. The Alton American Legion.
Lighted trailer. Well, he's in uniform.
Is that King Tut walking behind in that gold cape?
You know, that could very well be. It's an Egyptian headdress.
Scooby-Doo.
I see a red-headed witch, and we all know how bad those are. And there's Scooby-Doo, and there's somebody.
Is that a duck or a?
It's like he's wearing an oversized rubber duck. I don't know. It only covers his waist. So.
I would like to hear some of the stories behind some of the costumes. Again, listening to live coverage of the Alton Halloween Parade here on Z1570 at RiverBender.com/live as well. As Dan is up on the truck there at the corner of Albee and Broadway.
Dan Gonzalez, the photographer, you see, I mean, I'm telling you, that man gets around. Every time I go someplace, there he is.
There he is. Maybe he's following you.
And if you missed it, the Chili Cook-Off video at RiverBender.com, check it out. You'll see my wife and me sharing a kiss. Oh, I'm going to go dial that up.
Turn off the radio. Let's go to the computer right now.
Yeah. Well, somebody is coming down the road, has a rock video going on in a big flat screen on their trailer. And a bunch of dancing folks.
Now that's RiverBender's truck.
Oh, of course. Hence all the electronics.
That's right. The RiverBender Teen Center. They've got a dance floor. They've got some DJ lights. They've got a big screen TV.
Recording studios, billiards tables, or pool tables if you prefer. All sorts of fun things happening down there for the youths of this area.
That's right. For the youths.
Well, you used to go to the Roundhouse when you were a kid, didn't you? When you were younger?
No, I Mr. T skating rink.
You couldn't venture into Wood River for the Roundhouse?
I lived out in Godfrey.
Oh.
That's the funny thing. That kids now, more kids know each other than did then. There's RiverBender's Teen Center.
And they're jumping up and down that trailer.
Well, they're on TV now.
Yeah. Frankenstein brings up the rear, the Frankenstein monster, an oversized head. And here he is. This is it. This is our Steve Altman, his last appearance in the Alton Halloween Parade. He's the stilt walker.
That's right.
He's been doing this for 30 years. And he's out there shaking his booty, going back and forth. He's carrying on, and he makes it look so natural. He's in a big black cowboy hat. His face is all painted white, a black and white cowboy outfit, and he's just rocking away. But he's decided that after 30 years, he's not going to do it anymore. He's 44. What do you expect?
Well, he does a great job, and
he really does. He's been a highlight of this parade for 30 years. That's a long time.
The Greater Alton Church is here. Alice in Wonderland. Wow, they have a full dining room on the back of this float. That is very well done.
Yeah, it is. Mushrooms surrounding it, and there's the March Hare, the Mad Hatter. I thought we didn't have any political statements in this parade. Plugged into the source.
Now this could be
St. Paul United Methodist.
That was going to be my guess.
A whole bunch of kids riding the back of a truck with black outfits and pink crosses or orange crosses, and trailer towing a very tall white cross. Plugged into Jesus, it says. There's Matt's Mobile Music, and you can certainly hear them rocking out. DJ Matt Corzine. He's got Disney characters. There's Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck. A couple of his nephews.
There's Aladdin.
Oh, that's what that is. That's the lamp, and it was blowing out a little smoke, too. And there's Snow White and Cinderella and the Princess, Jasmine.
Jasmine, right. Warming up the crowd down the way.
I see. Another radio car. Cranking them up. Here comes the village of Godfrey. What, just that golf cart? Come on, we can do better than that. It's just a golf cart. No, that's the upper. I couldn't read that. Anyway.
That's the trailer. That's the trailer they pull around at the corn maze.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're pulling the big wagon from the corn maze.
Very good. Well, that's Godfrey.
Got some scout troops out there.
And here we go, the Rolling Nobles three-wheelers. And they just zip around like hornets gone mad.
1, 2, 6 this year.
Hard to count when they're moving that fast. They just keep moving down the road, cutting figure eights.
Oh, here we go, 7, 8.
Okay.
2 in the back, trailing.
Plus their backup golf cart tow vehicle.
That's right. You're tuned to WBGZ Alton. Here on Z1570 tonight, it's the Alton Halloween Parade, the 94th edition. We're broadcasting live from the Township Supervisor's office here in Alton. Along with Mike Montgomery. And also providing the audio feed for RiverBender.com. They're putting this over the internet right now at their website, RiverBender.com.
Very moment. And then I imagine they'll archive it.
Oh, yeah. You can go back and listen
and relive the parade.
We'll listen to the magical voices of Mike and Mark for years to come.
Riverboat Lanes is here. They've got candy to toss out. And it's a white pickup hauling a big trailer with a pumpkin, a witch, and an oversized bowling pin. What, maybe 10 feet?
I wonder if you can get in that costume and just... That would be fun. Liberty Bank right behind... Riverboat in Bullhaven, Liberty Bank.
And Sam the Liberty Eagle.
Yeah, there you go.
They're not quite as enthusiastic tonight as they were down at the Chili Cook-Off. At the Chili Cook-Off, they had a tailgate theme, and they thought they were all cheerleaders. They were out there rocking, rolling, bumping, grinding, I'm telling you.
They were doing everything. Getting feathers in the chili, too.
Yeah, that too, but I didn't point that out.
Well, it's after the fact now. We don't want to...
No.
We don't want to be like, be poor
I haven't
sports.
heard of anybody being sick either. And believe me, if we'd have heard about somebody else's chili making somebody sick, we'd have reported it.
Absolutely. You heard it here first. And notice we didn't say anything about the Porch Pals just then.
No, we didn't.
No.
I'm surprised the Porch Pals don't get in this. I know some of them are down watching the parade this very moment.
Yep. Laclegue Community Credit Union. And they have now wait a second. Does Alice have a beard down there? Or a goatee? On your side there, Mike?
I know,
right there?
I'm looking. I don't think so. I think she just had...
Are you sure?
Oh, the one that...
Look again.
Yes, oh yeah. Yeah, built like a linebacker, too.
I wonder what bet he lost to wear that dress.
It's Alice in Wonderland. See a house spinning there? Drop that on a witch.
There's Glinda. The Good Witch right there.
And there's the Cowardly Lion and the Scarecrow. Why is the Scarecrow holding hands with that girl? And the Tin Man, of course, too. These are all the commercial entries. Oh, this has to be Dr. Vest.
Orthopedic and sports medicine.
Oh, okay, I beg your pardon.
He's always cutting someone up, Dr. Vest is.
Yes, you're right. They have the back of a pickup decorated with torches, fake, and it's tricked out kind of like an open glass-sided hearse. Pulling Dr. Vest's bone crusher.
That's right.
Yep. And that is one highly decorated double-decker trailer. Steps on the back leading up to the roof. There's somebody on the roof.
Always a creative float from them.
Yes, indeed.
First Mid-America Credit Union.
Can we say formerly?
Formerly Olin.
Okay.
But now First Mid-America Credit Union. And they have, oh goodness, they've got the Sphinx, and they have the pyramids.
And the kids are all in Egyptian headdresses, and there's a mummy there.
That's
in
neat.
The front, yeah. And they got lots of candy they're still tossing out. Plus a bunch of walkers behind them dressed as whatever they called serfs. And here's the Hardy Star. Look, he's trying to duke it out with one of those safety people. I shouldn't be picking on mascots. But courtesy of Hardy's, we have a trailer here, and are those dead people rising from the grave?
I was going to say, I just saw somebody rise up from the graveyard there.
Yeah. And they got some walkers, but now they're sitting down because I think they got tired of walking. They're on the back of the trailer. But they've got their safety vest, and at least the one girl does. That means they're usually a walker. Safety, of course, is always paramount for the parade.
Absolutely.
And every float, every trailer has wheel walkers with it. Make sure that nobody inadvertently gets too close to those moving wheels. Uh-oh, I just heard a big boom.
Was that a cannon?
Hark, I hear the cannons roar. It is one big truck hauling one big trailer.
Every kid down here just turned and looked for their parent. Including my youngest. She has relocated very quickly. This Pirates of the River Bend. Now, I don't know. Let's see if we see who is...
Oh, I see. And that big trailer has cannon on either side. Let's see. It's a 12-gun ship, 6 each side.
Wow.
And see the pumpkin at the front of the ship? That's a typical jack-o'-lantern. It's about 8 feet now, about 5.5 feet across, and it's got a pumpkin patch on it.
And I think it might have antlers, if I'm not mistaken.
I think there's somebody standing behind it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Hey, while we have a moment, let's go ahead and take a quick break. And we'll do that right now as we continue broadcasting live the Alton Halloween Parade right here on Z1570. We'll be right back. Mark Ellerbach here along with Mike Montgomery as we broadcast live here on Z1570 as the trail end of the parade is approaching. We've got a few more floats to go. A couple more radio cars in here. We saw the big pirate ship just pass by, another float with a big family beyond that.
And this should be the Illinois Central School Bus District. And it has a prison bus.
Wow. A bus turned into a prison bus. Sherry's Haunted Prison. Very nice.
Yes, indeed.
That is very creative.
Bars over the window. And it's hauling a trailer with a dead person beyond the picket fence. It's a graveyard.
Very nice.
Just tossing a little candy.
Some prison zombies.
Yeah. Oh, with
behind
chains
them.
on them too, no less. And there's I guess who's got the end of that chain? There's the prison guard.
Now we have a College Avenue Family Dentistry following in. Are they dressed up as floss? As kids? Packets of floss?
No, but I think that's what that girl's wearing.
Tangled tinsel. Holiday shop. Little zombie Christmas people?
No
possibly?
kidding. Yeah, Santa's little helper is a zombie there. Look at her, yeah.
That's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree right there.
Yep.
Guess what?
It's the Godfrey Fire Department.
You're right. Cover your ears, kids.
And there's a guy in a fat suit.
I saw him earlier. The sumo suit.
Oh, that's what that is, yes.
I guess.
Well.
And he was going the same way last time I saw him.
Or maybe that's a pink tutu he's wearing around that great white expanse.
Could be. Brighton's fire department is represented here too, I believe, coming up. As Brighton's Betsy Ann Fire Department.
Never miss the Betsy Ann picnic.
And they're restocking. Oh, they're restocking. They got some candy. Maybe they're going to hand out burgoo one year. That'd be a little messy. That'd be a little messy.
That's the April Fool's Day
That's
parade.
right. All Memorial Ambulance following them. The American Red Cross represented.
And not listed on our rundown sheet, but yes, once again, we have some equestrians here. What do we got? 2, 3,
5?
5? Yes, yeah.
5 that I can
double.
See.
Yep.
And that's the end of the show,
That's
it looks
it.
like.
That's it. Here comes the last unmarked police car with lights going. In fact, yeah, if you didn't know, the officer saying this is the end of the parade.
Well, that's I don't recall that in years past.
No,
that there's an officer.
Yeah.
It's the end of the parade.
Nothing more to say. Nothing more to say.
Move along. Return to your homes. Well, that was good thinking, I believe.
And we saw the stilt man for the final time after 30 years. Steve Alsman hanging up his stilts. Since he was 14 years old, he's been doing this.
Wow, that's quite a feat and quite a tradition to keep up here in downtown Alton. And certainly we thank everyone for listening in as always, or if you may have been watching online, but all those who do listen to Z1570 on a regular basis, thanks for tuning in again to the parade. Mike, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure to do this, Mark.
Well, we thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget all the news, sports, weather to start your morning tomorrow morning, and some music to go along with it. The Country Church, Tom White will have that for you, and Trevor Shaw has the news for you tomorrow morning starting at 6 a.m. and all the other fun stuff. And boy, we start November on Monday, Mike.
Yes, I know.
Man.
I know. And then the following Monday, it gets dark.
That's right. Well, thanks to Dan up there in the truck at RiverBender.com. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Brian back at the studio for making it all possible. And as always, have a safe evening, everybody, for the Alton Halloween Parade here on Z1570.